So these are the three sight glasses that I have on hand, and this one is the most lightweight. This is like the male threaded version with a couple of TC adapters. I can weld this so that it stays sanitary and that's permanently a tri-clamp, but it is quite lightweight, and it really should only have the weight of like a hose hanging off the other end of it, so you can't really cantilever a bunch of stuff on there. This one is our medium weight one that looks like a three-piece ball valve. This one is nice and sturdy, but in order to get it to TCs, it would have to be like male threaded adapters, so that's not going to be as sanitary. And this is the native 1.5-inch one. This one has the biggest bore through the middle, and it's kind of like a smaller version of the Spike sight glass, but it does have the advantage of just coming apart by hand. There's like a threaded end here, but the threads aren't exposed to the liquid path at all, so it still is sanitary, but it comes apart without tools. And on the kettle, the way that this could be implemented is off of the whirlpool port you can hang a cross, and then so coming out of the pump I go up and into the sight glass with a QD to TC adapter. Air bubbles are not going to get trapped in here because it's going vertically up through here. Goes into the cross, and you can take your samples from here. This goes up to the lid or mash cap recirculation, so you throttle that flow to a trickle here, and then finally it goes up into the whirlpool valve, and that's how you can control whether the whirlpool is on or off. So it's quite a lot of hardware to cantilever off of the front of the kettle. It's not really all that forward heavy. This is an empty kettle, and it's just barely rocking forward a little bit, but with any liquid in the kettle, this is pretty stable. I don't think there's any stresses on the TC port that are out of control here, but you could move this cross to the pump output instead. You could move the sight glass to the pump output and just hook the hose to the bottom here. So there's a lot of different ways of moving these accessories from either the pump output or the whirlpool input. Like I said, this is a little bit crazy to hang off the front here, but it's functional, and I think it does probably what you want it to do. Just let me know if you have any ideas on changing that around.